guys, it's Sierra with Sierra's Crafty Creations, and today we are going to be doing a crochet blanket tutorial that features these big, chunky, beautiful crochet cables. These chunky cables have been featured in several of my other patterns last year around winter time, so I wanted to get ahead of schedule this year and come out with this big, beautiful, cozy blanket that would be perfect for the holidays to snuggle up on. You can check out all of my patterns for free on my website, sierrascraftycreations.com. I will link that down below for you guys, and you can also find the written pattern for this blanket that we're going to be doing in today's tutorial also over on the blog for free. Alright, first things first, let's go ahead and go over the materials that we're going to be using. You're going to need an 8mm crochet hook, and the letter size is L. I'm using this beautiful gingerbread house crochet hook created by Becky over at Clay and Fiber Co. If you want to get your hands on some handmade hooks, I will link her Etsy shop down below. You're also going to need size 5 chunky yarn. I'll go ahead and put a graphic up of the yarn brands that would work the best with this blanket, and I'll also go ahead and put up a graphic for the blanket sizes and how much yardage of yarn you will need for those sizes, so you can pick whichever size that you'd like to make. And the other two items that you'll need is a yarn needle and a pair of scissors. Alright, so let's go ahead and grab our crochet hooks and our yarn, and let's go ahead and jump into the tutorial. So to start, we're going to create a slip knot, and I found the easiest way to create a slip knot is to wrap your yarn loosely twice around your index finger, grab the back loop and pull it forward over this front loop, but not off your finger. Then now grab this back loop over the front loop and off your finger, and that's going to create a slip knot. You're going to insert your hook. In today's tutorial, I'm just going to be making a small sample size, but I will put up the chain amount that you're going to need for each size. So whatever size you're making, I will put that chain count up for each size that I listed before, so you know exactly how many you're supposed to chain. But to chain, you're going to wrap the yarn around your hook, pull through the loop on your hook, and that's a chain 1. Yarn over your hook, pull through the loop on your hook, chain 2, yarn over, pull through, chain 3, and you're going to keep doing that until you have the chain amount for the size blanket that you want to make. Alright, and once you have chained the amount that you need for your size, this is going to create the width of our blanket, and each row that we do is going to create the length. So now that we have our chain, we're going to go ahead and get started on row 1, and we're going to just be creating half double crochets in each chain across. This is going to be our foundation row. So you're going to yarn over your hook. We're going to skip the first 2 chains. So this is chain 1, chain 2, and we're going to insert our hook in chain 3. So with the yarn over your hook, insert into that 3rd chain, grab your yarn from the back, pull through the chain. You'll have 3 loops on your hook. You're going to yarn over your hook again and pull through all 3 of those loops. And that's going to create a half double crochet. And we're going to do that all the way down. So yarn over your hook, insert into that very next chain, grab your yarn, pull through the chain, yarn over, pull through all 3 loops on your hook. Alright, so go ahead and keep doing that, creating a half double crochet in each chain across. Alright, now that we finished with our first row, to go to our second row, we are going to chain 2. So grab your yarn around your hook, pull through the loop on your hook, that's chain 1, chain 2, and turn your work. And we're going to create a half double crochet in the first 4 stitches. So you're going to yarn over your hook, insert into this very first stitch, grab your yarn, pull through, yarn over, pull through all 3 loops. I'm going to do that in the 2nd stitch, half double crochet, 3rd stitch, half double crochet, and the 4th stitch. Now we are going to create our first front post double crochet. To do that, you're going to yarn over your hook 1 time, and we're actually going to be working around this stitch here. So we're going to go under and through. So you're going to have this stitch in front of your crochet hook, just like that. You're going to grab your yarn, pull it behind that stitch, yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through the second 2 loops. And as you can see, that creates a little pop-up here. It makes the stitch stick out and stand in front, kind of. So that is a front post double crochet. All right, And then we are going to half double crochet over the next 4 stitches. But because we did a front post double crochet, we want to go to the back and make sure that we're skipping this stitch here. And then we're going to yarn over our hook, insert into the very next stitch, grab your yarn, pull through, and create your half double crochet. There's our first one. We're going to create 3 more, half double crochet in the next stitch, half double crochet in the 3rd stitch, and half double crochet in the 4th. And now we've come to where we're going to do a front post double crochet over the next 9 stitches. So to do that, yarn over your hook. Again, we're going to be working behind these stitches. So you're going to insert your hook here and come through the other side so your stitch is laying over your hook. Grab your yarn, pulling it behind. Create your double crochet, so pull through the first 2 loops on your hook and then pull through the last 2. So there's our first front post double crochet, and we're going to do that 8 more times. So yarn over, going in the very next stitch here, going under and behind, grabbing our yarn, pulling it behind that stitch, yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops, yarn over, pull through the second. So go ahead and keep doing that, going behind the stitches, and you want to have a total of 9 front post double crochets. All right, so we have our 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Those are our front post double crochets, and this is going to be the base of our cables. So our cables are going to be 9 stitches wide, and these front posts here are going to be framing each cable. So now that we've done our 9 front post double crochets, we're going to half double crochet in the next 4 stitches. Again, it's always good to look in the back of your work and make sure that you're skipping a stitch for each front post that you did. So we should skip 9 stitches, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we know this stitch here is where we're going to half double crochet. So create your half double crochet over the next 4 stitches. All right, and now we're going to do another front post double crochet, just a single one. So going behind this next stitch, grabbing your yarn, pulling it through, creating a double crochet, and there's your front post double crochet, skipping the 1 stitch in the back, half double crochet in the next 4, and now we're going to keep repeating those sections. So we half double crocheted 4, so the next section is going to be 9 front post double crochets. So create your 9 front post double crochets going behind your stitch. All right, and we've created our 9 front post double crochets. We're going to skip the 9 stitches from the back there, create our 4 half double crochets over the next 4 stitches. So create your half double crochet, 2, 3, and 4. And after these 4, we're going to create just our single front post double crochet, going around this next stitch here, going behind, creating our front post double. And then for me, I'm at the last 4 because I'm making a very small sample size, but again, you're just going to be repeating from here to here. So I'll go ahead and put the written instructions on the screen for you so you can see what repeats. And if you need to go back, there will be chapters in the description that if you click on the section that you need to rewatch, it will take you right to that point in the video so you can rewatch how to do any part that you need. And once you've come to the end, you're going to end with 4 half double crochets in the last 4 stitches, just like I did here. So let's go ahead and move on to row 3. And for row 3, we are going to chain 2, turn our work. And this is actually going to be the back of our work. And we're just going to do what we just did on row 2, but the opposite. So instead of front posts, we're going to be doing back posts. But our first 4 stitches will be half double crochets, so half double crochet in the very first 4 stitches. All right, and we're coming up to our front post from the last row, but now we're going to do a back post double crochet. So to do that, you're going to wrap the yarn around your hook and you're going to go behind. So from this view, your hook is in the front, but the stitch is around the back of the hook, just like that. And then you're going to grab your yarn, pull it behind that, and create your double crochet. All right, so from the view that you're looking at now, this is what it's going to look like. But in the front, on the right side, it'll be like a continuous rope. All right, so we're going to skip this stitch because that is associated with our back post double crochet, and we're going to half double crochet over the next 4 stitches. So skipping this one, inserting into the next, creating a half double crochet, and then half double crochet in the next 3. All right, and now we have come up to our 9 front post double crochets from the last row. Just like we did before, we're going to do back posts in every single one of these stitches. So you're going to wrap your yarn around your hook, take your yarn behind, up, through. So your stitches like this is how your hook will be. Grabbing your yarn, pulling it through, creating a double crochet. All right, so there's your first back post. Wrap your yarn around your hook, going back, through, over. Grab your yarn and do your double crochet. All right, I'll show it one more time for you. Yarn over. We're going to go through this space here, up here, going around, grabbing your yarn and pulling it behind and creating your double crochet. So go ahead and do that around each front post double crochet. You're going to create this back post double crochet. All right, and once you're finished, you're going to skip these 9 and half double crochet in the next 4, and you'll go ahead and keep repeating that all the way across. Again, I will put up the written instructions for you for your repeats, and you'll keep doing that until you reach the end, and you'll end with a half double crochet in the last 4 stitches, and I will meet you at the end of your row. To start row 4, we're going to chain 2, turn our work. Now we're looking at the front of our work, and we can see our post taking form here. And in this row is when we are going to do our first twist to create our fun little braided cables. To start, you're going to half double crochet in the first 4 stitches. I'm sure you were getting used to the pattern by now. We're coming up on our first post, and this is just going to be a single front post. We're going to yarn over our hook, go back and through. So our stitch is in front of our hook. Grab our yarn, pull it behind, create our double crochet. Skip the 1 stitch, half double crochet in the next 4. All right, and now we've come up to our first cable section. Now we're at our 9 front post double crochets. We are going to start with a right cable. So we're going to be doing the twist on the right side here. And to do that, you're going to skip. I'm going to stretch these out a little bit so you can see better. You're going to skip these first 3 front posts. So we're going to skip all over those and go create a front post in the next one. So in the 4th front post double crochet, we're going to create a front post double crochet. All right, and then we're going to create a front post double crochet around the post next to that one to the left, and a 3rd one next to that one, so another front post double crochet. And so they're going to be slanted this way, which is exactly what we want. And now here comes the kind of tricky part, but don't worry, you will get this. Just keep practicing if you're having issues with it. But what we're going to do, we're still doing front posts, so you're going to wrap your yarn around your hook, and you're actually going to bring it back, and we're going to be working in those skipped front post double crochets. So yarn over, working behind the front post you just made in this little space, go under the farthest post here, this one here, and I like to bring them up so I can see a little better. And then you're going to create your front post as normal. It is really tight and it can be hard to get in the spot that you need to, so Don't worry if you need to practice. It is a complicated stitch, but you're going to do that over the next two. So yarn over, again, going behind these posts, using this little opening here, going into the second post here, the one in the middle, right there. And again, I like to just pull it up and scrunch those posts down so I can see this one better, and create my front post. And one last time, going behind those front posts into the last one that we skipped, creating my front post. And now we have our first twist. Can you see it? All right, and so to finish our cable here, we have 3 more front posts, and these ones are easy. We're just gonna do a regular front post over the next 3. All right, so that is our right cable twist because our twist is on the right side. And you're gonna skip those 9 stitches in the back there, and then half double crochet over the next 4 stitches. We've come up to our single post here. So we're gonna do a front post double crochet, skip that stitch in the back, and half double crochet in the next 4. All right, we are going to do one more cable together. Again, this is a right cable. So we're gonna skip 1, 2, 3, skip those first 3 posts, go into the 4th, create your front post double crochet there, create a front post double crochet and the next post beside it, and the 3rd one, front post double crochet. Now we're going to do the twist, and here you can see the opening. This is where we're going. So we're taking our hook behind here and going in this opening here, and then grabbing these posts. So you're going to start with this one, then do the middle, then the 3rd. All right, so wrap your yarn around your hook, going behind into this opening, grabbing the farthest post here. And again, I like to scrunch this down just so I can see, and create my front post double crochet. All right, going behind through that opening, grabbing the middle post. You can move your stitches to however it helps you see, or move your hook, whatever is easiest for you. All right, and we're gonna do it one last time, going behind and grabbing. We're gonna do it one last time, going behind and grabbing this post here. All right, creating our front post double, and there is our twist. All right, and then you have 3 posts left over, and you're going to front post double crochet over the next 3. All right, and there is the graphic with the written repeats for you so that you can see. Go ahead and keep doing these repeats until you reach the end of the row, and as usual you will be ending with 4 half double crochets. All right, and here's what row 4 is going to be looking like for you. You guys can see your cable starting to take form here. Let's go ahead and move forward to row 5. You're going to chain 2, turn, and as you can see, we are now looking at the back of our work. So all the odd rows are going to be the back, and all the even rows are going to be the front of your work. So we're going to start with our 4 half double crochets. All right, and then we come up to our first single post, and we're going to do a back post. So yarn over, take your hook behind and up and over. So your post is on the back side of your hook. Grab your yarn, pull through, and create your double crochet. Skip the 1 stitch and create your half double crochet in the next 4. All right, now we've come up to our cable section, and it is going to be a little different because we have our twist, but again, that's going to be back post double crochets. So yarn over, go behind, up and over, We're going to do regular back post double crochets over the first 3 as normal. All right, now we've come up to our twist. So what we're going to do is we're going to back post double crochet over these 3 stitches that we can see here. So we're going to go back post double crochet over this stitch, back post double crochet over this middle stitch, and it can get a little tight because of the twist, so just have some patience there. And then this twist here, we don't want to forget this because it's kind of like on the corner and it can be missed, so you want to make sure that you're getting this one here. I like to lift it up a little bit, so we're going to go here and over because it is on the edge, so it does make it a little difficult to get into. Back post double crochet, and now we kind of want to flip our work to the front, and we have to back post double crochet over these 3 posts as well. So we're going to start with the one closest to us, the top one. So we're going to go behind the post, grab our yarn, back post double crochet, going back up to the front, pulling the middle post here. So we're going to go behind the middle post, and then the last one, putting your work to the front, going through this last post, creating a back post double crochet, and again skipping these 9 stitches and half double crochet in the next 4. All right, and we've come up to our single post. We're going to do a back post double crochet around this post, and go ahead and start your repeats. Moving on to row 6, we are going to chain 2 and turn our work. And now we are at the front of our work. You can see our cables really nicely. And now we are going to start with our 4 half double crochets. And come up to our first single post, do a front post double crochet. Skip that 1 stitch, half double crochet in the next 4, and we've come up to our cable section. And now we're going to be doing a left cable, so our twist is going to be on the left hand side. And to create that, we are going to front post double crochet over these first posts. So starting with the one closest to your hook, create a front post double crochet. The second one, front post double crochet. And the third one, another front post double crochet. And now we're going to skip these 3 in the middle, and we're going to move on to these 3 on the end. So skipping these 3, going under the very first post, creating a front post double crochet, and the next one, front post double crochet, and the third one. All right, now we're gonna revisit the ones that we skipped, and this time we're gonna be going over these posts that we just created. So you're gonna yarn over your hook, going in front of, and getting that furthest, the first skipped post here, creating a front post double crochet, yarning over, again, going over these posts, going to the middle one that we skipped, creating a front post double crochet, and the third one going over, grabbing that post that we skipped, and now our twist is on the left hand side. And then we are going to go into our 4 half double crochets. Now we're back at our single post, so we're going to do a front post double crochet and our single post, and you're going to keep doing those repeats all the way across, and I will meet you at the end of the row. All right, friends, now at this point we have done every row in our pattern repeat, so you're going to keep repeating rows 3 through 6 until you reach the length that you desire for your blanket. I will go ahead and put the row count for each size that I have, but for the blanket, you can make it as long or as short as you want it. And again, if you need help doing any of the twists or any of the stitches when you're doing these row repeats, go down in the description under chapters and they will be labeled, and you'll just click on it and it'll take you right back to that section so you can rewatch whatever part that you need to. But we've now done a right twist and a left twist, and we've done all of our row repeats. So again, you're going to keep repeating rows 3 through 6, and I'm actually going to do row 7 with you guys on camera, and then I will meet you back for our last row. So for row 7, just like all the other ones, chain 2 and turn. Now we're on the back of our work. We're going to half double crochet in the first 4 stitches, back post double crochet in our single post, half double crochet in the next 4, and now we're at our cable section. And again, because of the twist, it does make it a little funky. So to do our back post double crochets, we're actually going to go towards the front first, towards these 3 stitches, starting with the bottom one. So it is a little different than the right twist. So we're going to start in the front at the very bottom stitch, creating our back post double crochet, going toward the front again in our middle stitch here, creating a back post double crochet, flipping to the front and grabbing that last one, that last post there. And now that we've done those, we'll do the back post here. So the 3 that are in the back. So you're going to go through here and behind this first stitch, creating your back post, going in the middle one, and the last one here. And then these 3, because they're just straight up and down, pretty easy to get to those. So you're going to keep doing your repeats all the way across. I just wanted to show how the back post double crochets worked when you have a left twist. Once you've reached the end and you're ready to do the last row of your blanket, we are going to chain 2 and turn. And we are simply just going to be half double crocheting in each stitch across to finish off our blanket. So you're going to half double crochet in every stitch across. And when you come to your front post, when you come to your post stitches, they do still have a normal stitch up top. So you'll just go right in as normal, creating your half double crochets. All right, and here's my cable section. And as you can see, the top of those stitches are normal. So you can just half double crochet in the top of those, and you don't have to do anything special or anything like that. So just create a half double crochet in each stitch across, and you will be finished with your blanket. All right, friends, this is what your big beautiful blanket is going to be looking like when it's all finished. I hope that you love this pattern as much as I did. I am a huge fan of crochet cables, especially these big chunky ones. I think it just gives like a timeless classic look, and I hope you or whoever you're making this beautiful blanket for absolutely adores it. When you're finished, be sure to grab your yarn needle and your scissors and weave in any and all loose ends that you might have, and you are done, friends. That is it. Like I said, the written pattern is free on my blog, and if you want the ad-free PDF, you can go to my Etsy and purchase that. If you guys enjoyed this tutorial, give me a thumbs up and be sure to hit that subscribe button for all my future crochet, knit, and tutorials. I'll catch you on the next one. Bye, guys.